and holler at y'all for a minute and tell y'all something I just noticed. Okay, so Diddy's trial is coming up next in about under 2 weeks. And I just now saw this. I just noticed this. Okay, Suge tried to get his conviction overturned or get something done with his case, and the judge wasn't having it. Said something about the judge said he wasn't sincere or something. Had Suge listened, because I know, what they be watching that stuff. Suge should have argued the arguments that I suggested he argued. But, he did his thing, did it his own way. That's why he's still in there. But this is what I noticed. On that night that Tupac was killed, this is just gonna bust your head open. Let's just think about it. The night Tupac was killed, he didn't have no bulletproof vest on. They were riding in the car. They was heading to Suge's club called 662. 662 was the zip code for death row in the penal system. 662 was the zip code for death row. That's why he named his club Death Row. All right. So, Pac gets killed. 6 months after that, Biggie gets killed at the Peterson Auditorium, whatever, in a car. Same way Tupac got killed in a car. Now, I already pointed that out. They both got killed in the car, and they both got shot 4 times that caused them to die. That caused their demise. But check this out, y'all. Okay, they were going to, when Pac got killed, him and Suge was driving to Death Row, his club, 662, which is a code word for Death Row. Okay, Biggie gets killed, whatever, all that. The money that Puffy was supposed to allegedly put up that nothing and nobody can prove. Eric Von Zip, who was really the mastermind behind all of this. Zip was such a mastermind that he took the money, that $500,000, and bought another club, bought his own club called Zip Code. Are y'all making the connection? Death Row, Zip Code. Now y'all know what a zip code is. It's the place or the area that a person lives or resides. Death Row is a place where people go to die. People are waiting on death. See the contrast? See the difference? Do the comparison and the contrast. Suge, in my opinion, when you listen to him talk, there's no contrition. There's still pride. There's still hatred. There's still a lot of devil in him when he talks. He tries to come off as sincere sometimes, but it's just not there. And that's why he's still in there, unfortunately. Because God is a God that if you got a repentant heart and you're really sincere, and if he sees that you got a really truly changed heart, he will give you grace and mercy. But Suge ain't changed. He hasn't changed. And at the age he is now, at his big age, at almost 60 years old, there's probably no changing. With all the health problems and all the death and all of the things that he has been through, the incarceration, the losing his mom while he's in jail, all of the stuff, all the friends dying, not being around. If that hasn't changed him, he's probably going to be that way till the casket drops. But Puffy, on the other hand, Diddy, there is a lot of contrition. He has a contrite heart. You can tell just with all of this the way his whole life just kind of crumbled before everybody's eyes, and just everything that happened with him over the years. That's one thing I can say, is that with Puffy, you can tell that the man has a heart of contrition. even when that whole West Coast stuff went, that whole East Coast, West Coast stuff kicked off, you can tell on that night when Suge started that whole drama. After Puffy got on that stage, Puffy did not want none of that. He still was talking, peaceful. You could tell from the look on Puffy's face, he did not want that at all. That stuff got carried away. It went out of hand. Suge tried to bully him, and that man did not want no type of drama like that, because he just wasn't like that. He just wasn't that type of person. Puffy just seemed a lot like me. That's why I said that do my brother in my head or something. I don't know what it is about him, but I always looked at him as the type of person that if he don't mess with you, he's not gonna bully you. But if you back him into a corner, you're gonna have problems. Especially if you're messing with his loved ones, with his family, you're gonna create some problems. But his Zip was so smart. I can almost see how he done that. I could be wrong, but I could almost tell how he worked that whole thing. He probably did tell Keefy D them, hey, my Diddy's out here, he's working. He ain't got time to be handling all the street stuff. So I told him, just go ahead and do your Diddy thing. Go on, throw your parties and do all your stuff and do your Harlem Shake and all that stuff, and I'll take care of all the street stuff. So Zip, then the street, he's just smart. He just played all of it so smart. He probably did go right to that sandwich shop, that Green Blatz or whatever, and told Keefy D that Diddy would give him $1 million if he got rid of Pac and Suge. And so Keefy D, being the idiot, stupid fool that thought he was smarter than he was, he got greedy. He started seeing dollar signs, and he put the hit together. He got his nephew and all the Crips and stuff, and they put the hit together. Because he saw dollar signs. Somebody come to you and say, hey, we'll give you $1 million. Some Negroes out here that'll do it for $1,000. So that's what I think happened. I think Zip told Diddy, I'll take care of all this. You just don't worry about nothing. I'll take care of it. And his whole thing was he's going to hire protection for Diddy and Biggie while they were out in L.A. He told Diddy, in my opinion, or he told Diddy's mama, I'll take care of it. Don't y'all worry about it. Just let Diddy go and do his thing. He ain't got to even get involved in it. And so he finessed the fool out of Keefy D and the Crips. That's what I think would happen. So when it all went down and Pac, got killed and the threat was, out of the way, the money that Zip was going to use to protect Puffy, there was no need because, all this happened, whatever. But I believe that Zip did promise Keefy D and Orlando that $1 million. And that's what motivated them to do what they did. But Zip had no plans of giving them that money. He went and bought Zip Code. Pac was on his way to death row. And after all that was said and done, Zip took that money and bought his club called Zip Code. If y'all don't make the connection on that, I don't know what. It was meant for Tupac to die that night. It was meant for Tupac to die that night. You got death on this one end of the spectrum in this whole beef thing, and you got life on this end. You got death row, you got Zip Code. That's why Zip set that up to where Puffy was not going to get his hands dirty. And he didn't want him involved in it, but he took care of the threat. He neutralized the threat in a smart way. He said, because when I take this money and buy this club, that takes Puffy completely out the equation. Because all Puffy knew, all Diddy probably knew was that Zip was going to just hire people to protect him, hire security to protect Puffy and Biggie while they were on the West Coast. But Zip, when it got serious and there was some threats being made on Mrs. Combs, Janice Combs, and Justin Combs, and Diddy as well, that's when Zip was like, okay, I got to deal with this in my own way. And he probably told Diddy, do your thing. Don't even worry about it. I got it taken care of. And he took care of it. And he took care of it in a way that nothing came back to Diddy at all. He finessed them Crips. And now I'm wondering, with the death of Biggie Smalls, did they kill him because they didn't get their money? Did they kill Biggie because of what Zip did? Zip finessed them out that money and went and bought Zip Code. So they came back, was like, yeah, we're going to take Biggie. Then we're going to... Now I'm wondering, did the Crips kill Biggie because they didn't get their money? That's how smooth, that's how cold Zip played that. So, Puffy, you know what? His heart, he has a contrite heart. I just see contrition in him. He's been broken. God has broken him. But Suge, even despite the fact that he's been locked up all that time and got all the health problems and stuff, Suge is still, he's still, got that mind state, that mentality. He ain't been broken yet. God ain't broke him yet. And unfortunately, he's probably going to stay that way. Even Keefy D in there crying now. He's 60, 61 years old, and he realized all this and caught up to me, and this is how my end is going to be. This is how life is going to be for me, because I thought I got away with that. But God was like, oh no, you get by, but you don't get away. But watch. Think about that, y'all. Death Row, 662. Zip Code. God had a plan all along. Did he? Need to ask the Lord to forgive him, but he did not want that West Coast. Go back and watch that clip at them awards shows that night. That was all West Coast kicked that off. That was Suge trying to be a bully or being a bully. And what it is that he bullied the wrong one this time. Or did he bully the right one? He wasn't going to just bully Diddy. You don't back a person like Diddy. You don't back a person